Everybody's golf.
Hello everyone, here's a little video in response to another video I saw via Reddit, I think. Yeah, follow the link on Reddit to a YouTube video. Looking at this game and its playability, its value, since the servers were taken offline at the end of September of last year, and this is my response. Let's start by having a look at what you can no longer do. So, first off, Turf War. Quite an entertaining little online mode. Good fun. International tournaments. Well, sadly, they finished a long time ago. But that's okay. Not to worry. And, of course, the online open courses where you can go to any course that you have. Career courses, if you've unlocked them all, and DLC, if you've bought them. But no, not anymore. So let's start by having a look at what you can still do. We're limited, of course, to the home area. If you get really bored and you want to drive around in a cart by yourself, because remember, nobody can join you. So I'm not quite sure why you would want to do this, but hey, if you just want to practice driving a cart around for no reason, knock yourself out. Enjoy it. There's fishing as well, that's really exciting. Now, I've never actually bothered with the fishing at all, but it's a way to earn some gems and there's a library of fish that you can catch. However, with no online courses, this is the only fishing spot. So if you want to call it a fishing career, this is as much as you can do. You'll get a few gems and that's it. And of course you can walk around and meet the various characters in the home areas, so you can talk to them if you haven't already. You can copy their character bits if there's any that you're missing. But yeah, it's not the most exciting thing in the world. If you have clubs that you want to get a little bit more out of, your custom clubs, you can visit this guy here. I can't do that because everything's maxed out. Failing that, if your clubs have worn down, you can talk to this chap here and get them upgraded using gems, more of which in a moment. And if you haven't already, of course, you can talk to this guy, do some golf quizzes and unlock different camera modes for when you're playing rounds. All very interesting. You can, of course, still visit the shop where you can buy various parts for your avatar. They're all there. They don't get renewed, by the way. This month's items don't do anything now. So the usual things, you can buy stuff with your coins. That's fine.
See you again.
Just going back to the servers being taken offline, both Sony and Claphands were using the notice box to notify us of things like tournaments or tournament results, upcoming tournaments, but also Sony did it to notify of, for example, server maintenance. Neither of them used the notice box to let players know that the servers were being taken down. I found out via a Reddit post. Not good. So of course, with the servers being gone, none of this is active now. That's all dead. You can still go to the shop, as you saw before. Friend info, you can't get that. No server info. You can still do your customizations, which is absolutely fine. Data, no. You can get your offline data, but nothing to do with anything that you might have achieved online. Options, that's just basic stuff. Yeah, not much there. Of course, the main part of your career progression is to do these ranking tournaments. You get up to a maximum of rank 7, and doing each of these will give you, depending on your finishing position, you'll get coins, you'll get gems, you'll get avatar parts, a few other bits and pieces. It's a long slog. It's enjoyable, but as I'll mention in a little bit, we do these things for a reason. You can also do rounds of solo stroke play, which allow you to pick any course that you have, from green down to Akagazi. They are the DLC courses. But yes, you can pick basically anything. You know, for some reason these stopped being active a long time ago, these shorter courses. Don't know why. But anyway, there you go. One downside to doing solo stroke play, or these ranking rounds, is that unless you're using the standard ball, and if you're using custom clubs, the clubs will gradually wear. Anything but a standard ball you will lose as you complete a round. So you'd have to buy new balls, you would have to repair your custom clubs. Custom clubs repair uses gems, and of course the balls use coins. There is a slight problem when it comes to repairing custom clubs. A repair costs 10 gems. Now, if you do a ranking round, sometimes you'll win a small number of gems if you win a round. You can also get some by completing challenges given to you. Particular things to do on particular holes, but they may be at the sacrifice of actually winning the round. On the online open courses, if you had all of the courses, including the DLC, a little bit of RNG involved, but you could get easily 40, maybe 50 gems in an evening just going around the open courses. That makes it much easier to repair your damaged custom clubs. The other thing is that when it comes to collecting coins, on the online open courses, you would get far many more than you get, for example, as you see here, 800 coins. That's very small compared with spending an evening on the online courses. But what do we want coins for? Well, only one thing. You spend coins to buy avatar parts for your character. Slight problem, and this applies as much to your avatars as to your desire to have big, powerful clubs. It's all about going online and using them. You want really good avatar characters, which hopefully people would copy or just admire, and then you want to use the career mode to build up your custom clubs because you want to go onto the open courses and just play really big shots. That's what you want to do. You want to compete with the other players. Well, you can't do that now, so what's the point? In other words, so much, in fact nearly all of what you do in career mode is a means to an end. You want to be able to go online onto the open courses and into rooms where you can make the most of what you've gathered. This game was always about the online experience with friends. So why would you want to create avatar characters which nobody can see? Why would you have big clubs which you're not going to use to compete with other players? In other words, to put it quite bluntly, everything that you achieve in the career mode is essentially to no purpose. So, what else can you do? Well, there is one other game mode. And it's a shame that we have to do that to get to it. But hey. Multiplayer. So there are two modes. Match against one other player, or stroke against up to 4 players. And with these you can have all controller, in other words, up to 4 actual players, or you can play against com. Entirely up to you. There is just one slight problem. Against the NPC players, weak are just incredibly poor, normal, incredibly poor, strong, incredibly poor, extreme, annoying. Unfortunately, the NPC players, even at extreme level, are very predictable. What they have a tendency to do is score ridiculous eagle chip-ins. They putt very badly, and on several courses, at least several holes spread across the courses, they play unbelievably poor shots for no reason. Some of them it's as if the courses have not been game tested at all. The result is that after a fairly short time, you start to realise that rounds against the NPC players become very predictable. So the ideal really is to have 3 of your friends come round. You can all use the same controller, or you can use different ones, and then enjoy an evening of playing together, and that's great. And wouldn't it be nice if we all lived with enough people or had enough friends who could come round and play golf all evening? Well, look, the reason why Everybody's Golf fans went online is the fact that that's where they had all of their golfing friends, not in the house. Ah, yes, you might be thinking, there's a way around that. We could go on to SharePlay. That would be good. No, you can't do it. So look, if you're a careerist and you just want to play an offline game where you can max out your clubs and your character and do all of that good stuff, fine. The problem is it's kind of limited, because something to bear in mind is the fact that even with all of the DLC courses, you only have 10 courses to play. And however much you want to do a career mode and do all of that maxing out stuff, you're going to be playing the same courses over and over again, and the appeal is going to die. Ultimately, the very long career progression of this game will become tedious when you realise that ultimately, when you've achieved everything, you haven't really achieved it for a purpose. And that purpose was to take it online and show it off. So is it still worth buying this game? No, absolutely not. If it's free on PS Plus, by all means get it and knock yourself out with the career mode. If you've got some friends who can come around and play golf with you, fine, do it that way. Ultimately, over more than a decade, Everybody's Golf was all about going online and playing with friends, even strangers who became friends. And without it, this game is essentially soulless. It's a shame. Whatever issue Clap Hands and Sony had, in the end, Clap Hands have actually shot down their own big balloon because they've lost all of their fans. Very few people have gone to the new game. And yeah, Everybody's Golf, I'm afraid, is dead in the water. Anyway, thanks for watching.